human experience rests on a foundation far more fragile than anyone realizes. What people believe to be solid, objective reality is actually a carefully constructed illusion maintained by their brains. The truth behind existence is stranger, more unsettling, and infinitely more fascinating than the everyday world suggests. This exploration reveals 10 shocking facts that fundamentally alter how people should view reality itself. Memories are not recordings, they're reconstructions. Every single time a person remembers something, they don't retrieve a stored file. Instead, the brain actively rebuilds that memory from fragments, mixing sensory traces with emotions and imagination. Research demonstrates that false memories can be implanted with remarkable ease. Nearly 50% of people came to believe they once took a hot air balloon ride, an event that never happened, simply after seeing a manipulated photograph. In one famous study, 37% of participants came to remember events that never occurred. The brain doesn't care whether a memory is true or false. If it feels coherent, it accepts it as real. What's truly alarming is that people remain confident in false memories, even when warned about unreliability. This means every person's life story is partially fiction, and they'll never know which parts. The observer effect changes physical reality. In quantum mechanics, something impossible occurs. Particles behave differently when observed. A particle exists in multiple states simultaneously until the moment someone measures it, at which point it collapses into a single state. This isn't metaphorical. This is how the universe actually operates at its smallest scales. When scientists set up detectors to watch electrons, the electrons respond by behaving like solid particles. When no detectors are present, those same electrons behave like waves, passing through multiple locations at once. The universe seems to know whether anyone is watching, and it adjusts accordingly. The implications are staggering. Reality doesn't have fixed properties, independent of observation. The act of looking at something literally changes what it is. This reveals a startling possibility. Consciousness and matter are fundamentally connected in ways science is only beginning to understand. The observer is not separate from the observed. Two observers can legitimately experience different realities. Physicists recently conducted an experiment based on a decades-old thought experiment called Wigner's Friend. The results were shocking and revolutionary. Two observers measuring the same quantum system arrived at completely incompatible conclusions about what actually happened. Neither observer was wrong. Both experienced their own valid reality. The experiment proved that objective facts cannot exist in quantum mechanics. One observer measures a particle spinning up while another observer, from their perspective, measures it spinning down. Both are simultaneously correct. They record different outcomes, and neither measurement is mistaken. Reality isn't objective, it's observer-dependent. This discovery shattered the fundamental assumption that all observers can agree on basic truths about the universe. What's happening is that each observer collapses the quantum wave function differently, based on their measurement choices and positions. The universe permits multiple conflicting realities to coexist, each valid from its own perspective. Your mind can physically heal your body. The placebo effect represents one of the most powerful demonstrations of mind-body connection science has ever documented. When patients believe a fake treatment will work, their brains release real neurochemicals, endorphins and dopamine, that produce actual healing. A fake painkiller activates the same brain regions and spinal pathways as real painkillers. The brain doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's believed to be real. Studies demonstrate that people who receive placebo pills for migraines experience pain relief equivalent to 50% of what actual pain medication provides. The mechanism isn't imaginary, it's purely biological. Even more astonishing, the placebo effect works even when patients know they're receiving a placebo. The simple act of taking a pill, the ritual of care, and the belief in recovery trigger genuine physiological changes. Buddhist monks have demonstrated the ability to meditate and generate sufficient body heat to dry wet sheets in freezing temperatures. This means consciousness literally shapes physical reality within the body. Thought becomes biology. The mind is not separate from matter. It is fundamentally woven into it. Conscious observation appears to collapse possibility into fact. The double-slit experiment reveals something profoundly disturbing. When scientists aren't watching, electrons pass through two slits simultaneously, interfering like waves when detectors observe which slit the electron goes through. It acts like a particle, going through only one slit. The universe changes its behavior based on whether anyone is looking. This suggests the universe exists in a state of infinite probability until consciousness collapses. That probability into a single outcome. The electron isn't secretly going through one slit. All along, the measurement itself forces a choice. This implies that reality is participatory, and the act of observation creates what becomes actual. The implications challenge everything people assume about free will, determinism, and existence itself. Your brain emits light you cannot see. Scientific research using ultra-sensitive cameras has proven that human bodies constantly emit bioluminescence, actual light. Special detectors reveal a soft, shifting glow that fluctuates throughout the day. The light is roughly 1,000 times too dim for the human eye to detect, but it's undeniably there. People literally shine, they glow. Yet most humans remain completely unaware that their bodies radiate electromagnetic energy continuously. This invisible light is biological proof that humans interact with reality through mechanisms far beyond conscious awareness. The body operates on frequencies and dimensions the conscious mind cannot perceive. Your eyes scrape when they move. A bizarre condition called superior canal dehiscence reveals something hidden about human anatomy. In certain individuals, a small bone opening develops in the inner ear, causing sounds to travel directly to the fluid surrounding the balance organs. These people hear their own eyeballs scraping when they move their eyes. It's a grinding, scratching sound. Most humans never hear this because the bone remains intact, insulating them from sounds their body constantly produces. When people look around, their eyes are physically moving. The eyeballs rotate in their sockets, and there is friction. This friction generates sound. The vast majority of humans remain completely deaf to this sound because the auditory system filters it out. The implication is deeply disturbing. The human body generates sounds, vibrations, and sensations that awareness deliberately silences. Reality is far richer and stranger than conscious perception allows people to experience. The body is broadcasting signals the mind actively filters out to maintain the comfortable illusion of a stable, singular reality. Most dreams disappear instantly upon waking. The human brain forgets approximately 90% of dreams within the first minute after waking. Dreams vanish before conscious memory can solidify them. Scientists don't definitively know why the brain erases dream experiences so aggressively. One theory suggests dreams are too emotionally chaotic or psychologically disturbing for the conscious mind to process. Another possibility is that dreams represent a completely different mode of consciousness, one incompatible with waking awareness. Every single night, people spend hours in an entirely different reality and then forget it almost immediately. Humans experience multiple states of consciousness, each with its own version of reality, but only remember one. This means consciousness itself, expectation physically rewires brain response. Research on the nocebo effect, the opposite of placebo, demonstrates that negative expectations produce physical harm. If people expect pain, their brains heighten pain sensitivity and reduce production of pain-killing endorphins. If they expect healing, the opposite occurs. The brain literally rewires its response based on belief. In medical trials, patients told a placebo was expensive experienced more pain relief than those told it was cheap. The price tag changed brain chemistry. Positive thoughts trigger measurable biochemical changes. Negative thoughts do the same. The stress hormone cortisol increases when people anticipate bad outcomes, suppressing immune function. This reveals that human thoughts aren't private, internal experiences. They're directly coupled to physical reality. A single thought about whether a treatment will work can activate or deactivate immune pathways. Belief becomes biology. Expectation becomes fact. The mind doesn't just interpret reality. It actively constructs it through constant communication with the body. What people believe about themselves literally rewires their neurobiology.